Disclaimer: the following content may contain crude language, violences, some dirty humor, and sexual jokes, are not suitable for children and is intended for 18 plus or older audience. Viewer discretion is advised, which means if you get offended easily, do not watch this video. Thank you. What's going on, everybody? Your boy Man Up. If you like my videos, if you find them interesting, if you want to share the content, if you want everybody to know what I'm talking about, whether you agree or disagree, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, coming from your boy Man Up, thanks for watching. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't even know how to begin this video. I'm having a conversation with somebody that I know. I'm gonna put it like that. Don't even know why I know this person, but I know him. Anyway, it was talking about how men don't do this, men don't do that, blah blah blah. I said, hell, women don't either. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go and say what it was we were talking about. We was talking about, she came up to me and she was like, I forget exactly how the conversation started, but she was like, how come men don't or not protect us and provide us like they supposed to be, like they was back in the day, blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at her, I said, well, how come women ain't the nurturing, the caregiving, the housekeepers like they was back in the day? I mean, hell, you can't have it both ways. You can't have a man be traditional, but you don't want to be traditional yourself. That's not how this thing works. If you want one thing, you got to be willing to give to get. That's just how it goes. You want me to be traditional? God damn it, you got to be traditional too. That's just how this thing works. You see what I'm saying? Now, on to this. I ended up talking about this here. She was like, because the conversation kept going, and she was talking about men don't protect the family and men sorry and blah, blah, blah. I said, damn, there's been plenty of guys that protect the family, but y'all only pay attention to the men that don't. Now, I can admit there are some sorry-ass men that don't do what they're supposed to do, yeah. But that's all you pay attention to. If you stop focusing on the negative and start focusing more on the positive, you'll see. And for some reason, what you're looking at on your screen, Chad Gaspard, well, if I said his name right, he popped up in my head. As y'all probably know, if y'all know me, I'm a huge wrestling fan. And he popped up in my head. Because I remember during COVID, like at one point, they started to open things back up. You know what I'm saying? I think this was in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, he and his son was out swimming in the ocean and, all that good stuff. And then tragedy struck, or a wave just all of a sudden hit, a tide or whatever. And he saved his son, but couldn't save himself. Then his body washed up on shore, and, and just recently he received a WWE Warrior Award, but of course he's not here to actually receive it. So he leave behind his wife and his son, and that's who got the reward. But anyway, this immediately what popped up in my head, and I said, women only focus on the negative, but do not focus on the positive. I mean, very rarely focus on the positive. I said, there are some men out there that will do what they're supposed to do. And then I brought this up and showed it to her. She got quiet. Yeah, the woman I was talking to got quiet. I'm going to go ahead and say it. She's a coworker. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We was having some kind of conversation. I forget. And then I forgot how the conversation just turned and we started talking about this. And I had this saved and I showed it to her. I brought it up on my computer and I showed it to her. I said, now what? There are some men out there that you, of course, like all women. Well, that's just one. Most guys, all men. I said, wait a minute now. You can't. I say the typical question that all men ask when you say that is, how do you know? Have you been with all men? Then you don't know. You only going by your personal experiences. Okay, I can say my personal experiences. I told y'all my story. Hell, 2 women cheated on me, had a baby by another man. 2 times. Took 2 DNA tests, both of them came back negative. That I was not the father. So, can I say all women this, all women that? No. That would not be fair to the women that's actually doing the things that they're supposed to do in this world. But for some reason, women don't do that. They look at us guys and just, bam, automatically got in their head that men suck, men do this, men do that. And we're like, wait a minute, what about y'all women? You know what I'm saying? I have my personal experiences. And I don't say all women. I say those women did me wrong. Women flip it because y'all so goddamn emotional. If one guy or 2 guys do you wrong, then you'll say all men. How do you know all men? I can personally say it was the guy. I mean, excuse me, it was the women that I was choosing in my life. Can you say that? Obviously not. If you're saying all men and you ain't never have been with all men. If you have been with all men, something's wrong with you. Nah, but on a serious note, I was showing her this, and I said, now what? Just because you focus on the 1 or 2 or however many did you wrong, there are some good men out there. Just like I knew there are some good women. You see what I'm saying? Because, yeah, in 2020, there was a time where COVID hit and they shut everything down. Then they tried to start opening things back up before they shut it down again. But during that little bit of time when they opened things up, Shad Hill took his son, to the beach to get out the house, and that's when tragedy struck. This man risked his life and saved his child. So his son and his wife can live on. And I watched it when his son and his wife received this award. I was in tears because in back of my mind, I'm like, how many women is gonna acknowledge this? Of course, none, because it don't fit your propaganda, the crap you like to talk about. But how many women is gonna actually acknowledge this? You see what I'm saying? Even when a man do good, it don't get no kind of recognition. It gets very little, if any. I'm gonna put it like that. It gets very little, if any. With that being said, this is your boy Man Up. I'm talking to Deuce. I'm gonna holler at y'all.